everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be making this pretty wedding card out of what's considered, I guess, a Valentine's Day set. I already have a lot of Valentine's Day sets and I said I didn't need another one, and then when I saw this one in the spring catalog, the lots of hearts, and it does have matching dies, which I'll show you, I felt like I needed it, but I promised myself I would make some wedding cards out of it, so that's what we're going to do today. So to get started, I have a piece of the thick Whisper White, and in case you don't know, Stampin' Up! Has switched from Whisper White to Basic White. The manufacturer that made Whisper White went out of business, so they have switched it over to Basic White, but I am using up the Whisper White that I already have before I switch over to that. So this is a piece of the thick Whisper White, and it's cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I did score it at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of this really pretty pearlescent specialty paper, and this is in the spring catalog, and it comes in sheets, I'll just show you, of 12 by 12 that you cut down, and it's very easy to use our new blending brushes and color it so you can get different colors. These are the new blending brushes. I'll just show you quick. This is one I used on a different project, but you can color it to get it to any shade that you want it. We're going to use it in its original form today. I did run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine already, and I used this Parisian Flourish embossing folder, and so that's already been run through, so you can see it picks up the detail, and hopefully the pearlescent part is picking up on camera. It really is pretty. It gives it a nice effect. So then what we're going to get started doing is cutting out this, well, first we're going to emboss this heart right here. So we are using the Lots of Heart, which I already showed you, stamp set, and this does have matching dies. So let me get those out. So these are the matching dies you've got. Look at how pretty this one is. I didn't use it today, but it's just gorgeous. It's florals in the shape of a heart. It's got some really nice pieces in this, and the two we're going to be using is this scalloped heart cut out, and then this will cut out the shape that we're going to emboss. So the scalloped part I already did run through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so you can see I've already got that piece ready to go. So let me just put this aside, and we're going to get started with a piece of Very Vanilla. And we're going to do some embossing, white embossing right on the Very Vanilla. So I'm going to take my Versamark and ink this stamp up. Give it good ink there. And then we'll just go towards the bottom. So hopefully we can use this piece for our sentiment as well. So you're just going to ink that up. And then we're going to put the embossing powder right over where we stamped. I always put on way too much. There's a fuzzy in there. Let's see if we can get it out without disturbing everything. There we go. I shouldn't blow on it before I put the embossing powder back, because that is how accidents happen. It gets everywhere. I think there's another little spot on there. Let's see. I'm just going to try and get this one off. There we go. All right. Now we're going to take our heat tool. If I can find where mine escaped to. There we go. And we're just going to heat up this heart so the powder sets. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut this out. We're putting it through the die cut and stamp and cut and emboss machine. It's a mouthful. Die cut machine. How about that? All right, so I'm just going to put that aside while I do the sentiment. So hopefully we can run the two together, run them through at the same time. So this sentiment I'm using is actually from the Dandelion Wishes stamp set. This is in the annual catalog, and we're just going to be using this pretty sentiment right here. So this time we're going to be using gold embossing powder. So again, I'm just going to ink it up with my Versamark, give it a good press, and then we're going to put the gold on this time. Let me just cover this. All right, and we'll slide this right back in. And then just to get some of that extra off where we didn't want it. There we go. All right, so we're going to heat this one up as well. There we go. And this one we're going to use a die from the Hippo and Friends dies. These have a stamp set with hippos and little animals and things that I just didn't get the stamp set, but I loved these dies in the stamp set. You can see you've got some nice layering pieces in here. So that's what I use it for. And we're going to use this. Let me just show you one more time here. This, in this set, the second to smallest one. So let me get the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine up here. All right, just fits. So this sentiment just fits into this die. I don't know if you can see. I'll pull it over a little bit as I'm setting it up here. It just fits, but it does work. And then this heart we'll put right here. The paper gets a little warped sometimes when you use the heat tool on it, but it still works. So let me just take a quick second to make sure that that's the way I want it. There we go, that looks pretty good. So then I'm going to carefully lay my top piece on, trying not to move those die cuts, and then run them through. All right. So then we have our pretty heart right here. And then here's our sentiment. As you can see, it just fits in. We'll put that aside. And then get this out of the way so we can assemble our card together. So to start, I'm going to just adhere this pearlescent paper right to our base. You know what, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus just because it has a little bit more stick to it, I guess you would say. And this is so embossed that I want to make sure it really sticks on. All right, we're just going to center that on like that. And then this heart that we embossed is going to be put up on dimensionals on this white scalloped heart. Like this. And then this, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus again, because it is going on that bumpy embossed part. And then we're just going to center this on, well, not center it, but off center it. Put it on right like that. And then this piece, what I did is it's half on here and half off. So I'm going to put a dimensional right here. And then a little adhesive just to adhere it to the heart, just to anchor it. And then that goes about right here, like that. And then we have some ribbon to put on. So this ribbon is the Fine Art ribbon. This is in the spring catalog. And we're just going to make a bow and put it on with a glue dot. So let's see how quick I can make a bow today. Well, not too badly if I can get it to... There we go. No, we're going to try it again because there wasn't enough of a tail on that. This ribbon is a little, I won't say really stiff, but it isn't silky smooth either. So it just makes it fussing with your bow just a little bit harder, but it still can be done. All right, that looks pretty good there. Just make sure it's pretty even. And then we're just gonna trim this up. Now I have too much of a tail, always. You try and not use too much to waste your ribbon, and then, all right, so we're just going to adhere this with a glue dot. And I just stuck it right here where the heart and the sentiment meet. So there we go. That is the one we just made. Here is our original. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Thank you.